Are you a parent or an educator who's been hanging out on my newsletter list, watching my little tip videos for years now, in the back of your mind thinking, I might want to start my business as an academic coach, but I'm not sure if I'm ready. I'm a little scared, but it's kind of an interesting idea. What should I do? Well, today I just got off Zoom with someone just like you who's been following me, I think, for 4 or 5 years now. My goodness. And she realizes, thanks to COVID, she's ready to quit her school job and take the leap into building her own business. She's doing another training program related to supporting families, and she just thinks academic coaching will really build out her toolkit. But she said, Gretchen, here's what I need. Here's what I need. And I thought this was so brilliant. I wanted to share it with you. She said, I need a clear pathway. It seems so scary to start my business. I just want a clear pathway. And then she said, and then I need the support to keep doing it when times get hard. And I said, yes. Oh my goodness, you do need both of those things, and you need a third thing too. And when I told her this third thing, her eyes got big and she was like, yeah, that's exactly what I need. And I said, you also need a community to be in the midst of, where there are people who are more experienced than you, who you can draft behind, kind of like cyclists draft behind the lead cyclist. But then you also need people who are coming in who are a little behind you on the pathway, so that when they ask questions in training calls, you can share your wisdom. And then you hear your wisdom and you learn it better because you're teaching it to other people. And then you also feel more confident in your process because you see how much you are growing. And these three things are what my anti-boring approach coach training program provides. And she kind of knew she was sold already before she came into the call. But she dove in, and she actually just purchased a couple of the courses that are a beginning to my training program. However, she had some questions that I know a lot of you have, and my website is not as fully set up yet as it should be to answer these questions. So I'm just going to answer them for you all right now the way I answered them for her, because she was like, where do I dive in? What do I start with your training program? So I'm going to walk you through all the different components, and then I'm going to tell you how she made her decision. You might make your decision a little differently. I'll give you a resource that you can use, though, to make your decision. So first, we need to remember that I have three main courses. The first one, as you probably know, is the anti-boring approach to powerful studying. That's for students, and that's my main coaching toolkit. The second one is the art of inspiring students to study strategically, and that is for educators. And that teaches all of the anti-boring approach tools, all of the executive function, time management, organization, study skills, self-advocacy, etc. tools, plus how to teach them to students. The final main course that I have is Launch Your Biz. And that is for educators who want to obviously build their own business. This is ideal for people who are just starting out. It's also ideal if you've been in business for a year or two but are wanting to get more clients. All of these courses are self-directed. That means you dive in whenever you want. You take them as you can, as you have time for. I guide you through making your own, what I call anti-procrastination plan for working through the courses. And that's the first part of my business. However, remember how I said, and these answer, where did that whiteboard go? These three courses provide the clear pathway. That's number one on this list of requests that she said she had. So where did the support and the community come from? I'm going to draw that out for you now. They come from my Anti-Boring Educators Club. And there are two levels two main levels to the club. There's actually a third level, which I'll talk about in a second. But there is the Rock Your Coaching level, and that comes with one call a month with the community, plus some other resources that are useful in thinking about applying the tools in client sessions and in school-based settings. And there is Rock Your Biz for those of you who are wanting the community and support for your actual business building. And that comes with this call, plus an additional call, plus a bunch of resources in your very own Google Drive, plus access and email, a Google group access to the community so that you can ask questions, not just of me, but of each other, and plus all kinds of other things. This is also the level of club membership you would need if you wanted to be licensed eventually as an anti-boring approach coach and appear on my website to get referrals from me. Speaking of that, those folks are down here. This is the group formerly known as the Inner Circle, and the name will be changing soon. I haven't fully decided yet, but I may be calling it the Coaches Co-op. And that is because this is a group that has finished all of this training. They use the anti-boring approach toolkit. They also have their very own special sauce that they coach their own clients in that's not related to me, but the anti-boring approach toolkit supports that work. And they don't want to lose the community because it's actually pretty lonely out there as a business. And so they stay on in the co-op, and they are starting to do a lot of collaborating and supporting of each other without me there, or I attend because I need collaboration and support as well. So this is a pretty exciting group. And these are the folks who are listed on my website as anti-boring approach trained coaches. So as you can see, there are these two different ways in. You can take just the self-directed courses first and then join the club when you're ready at whatever level you want. That's what she did. She ended up buying a package where she saved a little money by getting this whole suite right here. She's going to work through those on her own over the summer because she's moving cross country and doesn't want to commit to calls yet. But then because she wants her first clients in October, she's probably going to join the Rock Your Biz call. Actually, she did join Rock Your Coaching just so she can be a part of the community. It's such a lower investment. She will probably join Rock Your Biz in August or September to rev up her support for getting new clients. And she may or may not be on the track for the Inner Circle. She can decide that as she goes. Oh, let me say that differently. May or may not be on the track to join the Coaches Co-op. That will decide later. So I'm curious if you would like to figure your own way through my toolkit. Does this sound like something that would be of benefit to you? Do you want a clear step-by-step pathway? I showed her Launch Your Biz, by the way, and she was like, oh my God, it really is literally first do this, second do this with all kinds of verbs. First write this, then send this out. Do you feel like you need that kind of handholding and support to go along with it? And would it really benefit you and inspire you to be a part of a community of other smart, loving academic coaches who are in all kinds of different places on their business building journey? And if so, I'd really love to invite you to come on in to our program. There is a Google Doc where I describe everything in more depth. And there is also an opportunity for you to meet with me, as this woman did, one-on-one, so we can decide what's best for you, what pathway is best for you. Of course, I love it when people purchase the package that is everything all at once. That's, the most lucrative for my business, right? But as an academic coach and a teacher, I am more interested that you choose the route through this program that works best for your needs right now. And I can help you figure that out in a half-hour call. So you can sign up for that as well. If you also want to hear the stories of other coaches, you can sign up for a free 10-day course that I have called Should I Grow My Biz as an Academic Coach? And there's all kinds of videos and interviews in that course, and we'll have all of the links for all those things below. So selfishly, I hope I get to meet you. Now is an amazing time to get started building your own business. There's especially going to be a lot of need for it as we transition out of distance learning and back into the regular schooling. And I hope that I get to meet you and support you through this very exciting, but also kind of scary process of starting your own business. Take good care, y'all.